My son is 13. He didn't even know what these things meant, but he was given an F for his lack of participation. There is no skill in talking about someone's sexuality. None. None. It's perversion. It's perversion. For an adult to ask a minor, my child, what they think of this, their thoughts and their feelings, something is wrong. This last paper, she wants to know, keeping track of thoughts on all those topics. So say he writes his thoughts, then what? Then what does she get to do with them? This made him feel horrible. My son shouldn't have to be shaped in these forms at all. No one got my consent. Nobody.
I can say is that for the last 5 years, I have had the profound privilege of working with your students, with your students, with your students. And I can tell you this, they are hungry for knowledge. They are so hungry for knowledge.
What is indoctrination? To ingrain and saturate a certain quality, point of view, or principle, usually partisan or biased, a discriminating opinion. That I personally know conservative teachers that won't speak up because they're fearful of their job. Citizens and parents that wouldn't even speak here tonight, no matter how many times I asked them, because they're fearful they're going to be called a racist. I know last board meeting, there was a teacher present that wore a BLM shirt. Imagine if I taught class with a mask that says, I am heterosexual. I will admit, after the last meeting, I was actually pressured to join the trend. Peer pressure is a real thing, and your policies and procedures speak on preventing it with our students, and yet staff are not only engaging in it, but promoting it to students. Students are pressured when you and teachers promote such beliefs as LGBT, a movement that promotes and normalizes sexual expression, which is not appropriate in school. Students have a right to feel comfortable, and they aren't comfortable when the school is promoting sex. Sexuality, by definition, is the quality or state of being sexual. It is perverted. It is perverted. It is perverted to share your sexual interest or supports with students. Sex ed is the place for it. And for a child to participate in sexual education, they need parent permission. Parent permission. Parent permission. Parent permission. When my 7th grader comes home and is uncomfortable because she has to discuss sex in English language arts class, this is problematic. Teachers should not be promoting political statements, they should not discriminate, and they should not promote sexuality.
I am the face behind the name on the recall petition for Ms. Pangl and Ms. Stedman. The fact that both of these women have shown bias toward parents and citizens that voice an opposing position. Yes, it is important for children to be taught about how their bodies work in a sex ed class that has been approved by their parents. It is also totally inappropriate for any teacher to bring up their own sexual preferences.
These are our kids. They are not yours. To know that my kids are strong, compassionate, and they are kind in character and inclusive to all. Are you being inclusive to my family, to liberals and conservatives alike, to minorities and whites, to atheists and Christians? Are you treating people equally? In my humble opinion, it seems you are merely concerned that those believe like you believe like you. My kids are not your kids. They are mine.
No dramatic turn tonight, I promise. So I'd like, hi, Eric Roman, member of the community for 40-some years now, something like meetings. I'd like to thank all the representatives of Mount Pleasant's White Nationalist Party for sharing their thoughts this evening, as well as the members of the evil liberal left. Over the past few weeks, supporters of vaccinations, masking, queer theory, race theory, etc., have been called Nazis, indoctrinators, perverts, and other such ignorant and immature names. I've been called by worse by much smaller people. The urge to point out the deeply hypocritical among those folks is very strong, but as Michelle Obama said, when they go high or low, we go high. We've heard a lot about what they don't want, but here's the thought. Has anyone asked the students? Has anyone asked the students? Anyone asked the students? The answer might shock the hell out of you. Might shock the hell out of you. Thank you.